just to give you guys a little bit of a background on who I am and what it is that I do. Because the thing with James's talk, it's that it's sexy and it is cool. And everybody wants to know what it is going to take to get them from zero to hero. They want skills. They want marketing tips. They want hardcore strategies to sell. But you want to know what your biggest problem is going to be as you guys continue on in your journey? You. And as a life coach, it's my job to get inside your head, and that's what I want to do today. I want you all to walk away with me inside your head. Okay? And I want that voice to be, yes, you can. Get out of your own fucking way. And sorry, I only curse when I get really passionate about something. But as a life coach, I am sick and tired of talking to incredible people who will not get out of their own way, who have success at their fingertips but have no idea how to get it. So, to tell you a little bit about why I feel like I'm able to talk here in front of you guys. So if we're at the end of April now, about 7 months ago, I finished up working in Trinity College as a project manager. I was working on some international development type stuff, and on paper, I had it all. On paper, I was earning a good salary, I had safety, and I had security. But I just wasn't fulfilled, and I wasn't feeling satisfied in any way. So, a lot of humming and hawing. In June of last year, I handed in my notice. And I chose to say goodbye to that safety and that security. Because when I was 90 years of age and I looked back on my life, I wanted to say at least I gave it a chance. At least I tried. I tasted success. And I was not going to let any fear get in my way. And that's what I want the little voice in your head to start to tell you. So back in September, I said goodbye to the very safe and secure job. And there was a lot of fears. There was a lot of stuff holding me back. I was terrified of what people were going to think of me. My family was looking at me and going, Sarah, you're saying goodbye to a safe and secure job to do what now? How many people here have actually heard of a life coach? Okay, only about half of you. So not only did I have to tell people that I was leaving my safe and secure job to set up a business, I had to tell them it was a life coaching business. That did not go down well. That was very, very interesting. I had to overcome a lot. But again, I kept on asking myself, Sarah, when you're 90 years of age and you're lying on your deathbed, what do you want your vision to be? How do you want people to remember you? Well, I do not want to be remembered as the person that just said, yeah, whatever, let's just choose the easy option, eh? See you later, greatness. Not interested in that dream anymore. Potential? Are you kidding me? I just feel safe and secure. I'm not interested in that. And I think by virtue of the fact that you guys are in this room right now shows me that you're not interested in mediocrity either. You're not interested in being average personal trainers. And you might not be interested in just working for gyms for the rest of your life. How many people here have aspirations of setting up their own business? Okay, it's going to be a long, hard road. Guys, I only set up a business 7 months ago. March was the hardest month ever. There were days I woke up in March and I just said, what is the point? But I delivered a workshop last week, and for 1 second, and it was the most fleeting of moments, I actually felt like I was doing in that moment what I was supposed to do in this world. For 1 second, I felt like I was living my purpose. And if I had to go through another month like March to have one more moment like that, I would. So it is hard. But in order to achieve greatness, it's going to be a long and hard road. So we can listen to James's presentation over and over and over again. And you guys can become Facebook, Instagram, marketing gods. But unless you get out of your own way, that's all going to mean nothing. So every day when we are getting up and planning our to-do list and thinking about all the incredible things that we want to achieve throughout that day, we're also coming up with a lot of reasons why we shouldn't do it. Excuses after excuses after excuses. I was terrified of what people would think of me. What are you guys afraid of? What might happen if you guys take that leap tomorrow? Failure, yeah, which is really scary. What else is there? Judgment, failure, what else? Yeah. Losing your financial stability, losing your savings. I know for a lot of PTs here, you guys are relying on your savings in order to get your business up and running. What else are you afraid of? Okay. Failure is a funny one. Failure is what drives me. Failure is the reason why I will get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Because when everyone else is out there sleeping, when everyone else is out there judging you, looking at you, you are out there trying to make something of your life. Every single day with grit and resilience, you will constantly take one step forward. You might take two steps back one day, but you're moving forward. And the people from the comfort of their own homes, from their comfort zones, have the audacity to judge you just because you didn't get it on the first attempt. Because that's what's happening. You think that because you didn't get it on attempt number 1, you're a failure? No, failure does not define us. I would much rather be the person that failed every single day, because that means that I'm out there trying to make a go of my life. That means I'm out there doing something with my life. When you guys are 90 years of age, what do you want to tell your grandkids? Ask yourselves that question right now. What is the legacy that you want to leave behind? What vision do you want to leave? How do you guys want to be remembered? If I'm remembered as a failure, fine, because you know what failure means to me? Failure means that I'm out there trying, doing, moving, living, progressing. It's time to reframe failure. Failure is a gift. This microphone is a gift. It makes me feel like Beyonce. I'm loving life right now, guys. What else are we afraid of? Failure is nothing to be afraid of. Who are you afraid of failing in front of? Ask yourself that question instead. Your parents? Your partner? Your kids? Sit down with those people and tell them what your vision is. Tell them what it is that you want to achieve. Ask for their support. Ask for their guidance. Tell them every now and again you might need a shoulder to cry on or a hand to hold. But tell them that you are not going to give up. Perseverance and grit are key ingredients. When we set out on life to become an entrepreneur, a small business owner, or when we set out in life just to achieve anything great, so many of us obsess over 20%. How many of you guys can picture an iceberg in your head right now? We shared a photo up on Instagram the other day. So you've got an iceberg, and 20% is what you see on the surface. We spend 80% of our time, energy, resources, and money working on 20% of our journey. What is success made up of? The difference between successful people and people who aren't successful is that the successful people will stand back up every single time they fail. Every single time. That's the only difference. There is no secret ingredient. So if you guys think in your head right now that being successful is a gift, it's genetics, it's circumstances, no. It is time to let go of that belief. It is time to change the mindset. So, if mindset is going to be the difference between you making it and you not making it, well, what are we supposed to do with that? What do you guys think mindset is? What is a mindset? Yeah, it's your belief system. It's a belief. And do you think it's possible to change the way you perceive things, to change what you believe? If success is made up of grit, perseverance, resilience, disappointment, happiness, positivity, what else is success made up of? What other qualities do you need? Ambition, drive, motivation. Well, I'm here to tell you right now that you can develop those qualities in the exact same way you can learn the marketing skills that James has spoken to you about. So it is time that we spend as much time trying to develop our mindset as we do our marketing or as we do our brand. Because when the 10th customer has turned around and said, no, I don't even want to go anal with you, I don't even want to have a smooch, you're going to have to pick yourself back up. Because you guys run your own businesses, and no one else is going to do it for you. So it is time that we spend as much time developing that mindset, those intrinsic goals, as we do the extrinsic. So I guess in personal development or in psychology, we can look at this mindset in two ways. You can have a fixed mindset. And a fixed mindset is someone who believes that their intelligence is fixed. It cannot be changed. They are what they are born with. Smart is the best thing that I can be. Learning? I don't need to learn. I'm smart. That's a fixed mindset. Is a fixed mindset going to get you guys to where you want to be? A growth mindset is. Someone who will look at any situation and go, what can I learn from this situation? A growth mindset is someone who will go, I haven't made it yet. How many of you guys have worked with clients before and they've turned around and they've gone, I'm just never going to lose weight. It's just not for me. Okay? How many of you guys have worked with clients before and they've gone, I'm never going to do a pull-up. I'm never going to run 5 kilometers. I'm never going to do a squat. Fixed mindset, mentality. They believe that those qualities will never change. Imagine how powerful it will be when you're able to support your client develop a growth mindset. So when you're presenting a question to your client, do you want to squat body weight, 60, 65 kilos? They're going to respond to you and they're going to say, no, I'm never going to be able to do that. I just don't have it in me. You need to nurture your client to respond in a growth mindset. You need to change their beliefs. You need to create affirmations that will support them, understand that they can get there. And you guys need to apply this to yourselves as well. Every single day, I see clients and people come through my imaginary doors. I don't have doors, but if I did, they would come through them. And they are absolute rock stars in work. Promotion after promotion after promotion. And they go to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week, washboard abs, 100 kilo deadlift, 120 kilo squat. They're freaking awesome. But their personal life is in shatters. No relationships whatsoever. Completely disconnected from friends. Have no self-belief whatsoever. We walk around and we compartmentalize life. It's work. It's the gym. It's our nutrition. It's sleep or it's stress. But what about everything else? In the fitness and health industry, every single day we're told, manage your stress, eat the right foods, whether or not it's your macros or calories or eating, eating clean. Pardon? Lettuce and broccoli, whatever it is, whatever the new fad is. People are very good at compartmentalizing life. But what about your confidence? What about your grit? What about your resilience? Are you guys working on that? Do you guys challenge your personal growth? When was the last time one of you guys made a goal to become more confident? When was the last time you guys made a goal for something related to the gym? When you're 90 years of age, what will you remember more? The first time that you wore a dress in your new body because of how it made you feel? Because of the confidence it gave you? Or will you remember that 100-kilo squat? Every single day in life, we work towards things that really won't matter much. Resilience and grit are some of the most underestimated and undervalued qualities when it comes to setting up our own business. How do you guys work on that? When was the last time one of you guys got rejected from a PT? She signed up to a 6-week program, but after 2 weeks, it just wasn't for her, so she quit. Or how many times did someone just leave your gym unannounced? Has it ever happened? Yeah. Guys, shit happens. Like James has said, not everyone is going to be a perfect fit for you, and that's fine. But do you guys take that personally? No? What do you take personally in your business? The reason you guys are here is because you want to learn and develop and grow in some way. And there's something that is holding you back. What is it? There's more to it than just failure. Have you guys asked yourself that question? And if you already know the answer, why haven't you created any goals around that? What you need to do is to create a goal that will support you develop a growth mindset. If confidence is your problem, create, what are they called? Comfort zone challenges. A comfort zone challenge is basically you just throwing yourself out there. I have a bunch of clients at the moment. We're going through a 16-week program. And I actually have to do it now that I'm about to say what it is. But we're working on confidence at the moment. And one of the challenges that I'm getting them to do is a comfort zone or a confidence challenge. And it's basically asking them to do something that completely pulls them outside of their comfort zone, takes them to a whole new realm. For me, what I'm going to be doing for a week is no makeup, no hair, and no heels. And for me, as a life coach, it's incredibly important that I feel confident. What I'm doing here with you guys right now, this is my bread and butter. This is how I make a living. And if it means that I need to put on a pair of heels in order to feel confident, I will put on a pair of heels. My feet might be bleeding on the inside and you guys won't notice, but I will wear the goddamn heels because it makes me feel confident. But it is possible to develop an unnecessary reliance on that. So starting from tomorrow, God forbid, I will be taking that away in order to focus on what really matters. And that's the shit that I've got going on upstairs. When was the last time you guys did that? I would really encourage you all to pick something that you're not good at, something that you need to take your business to where it is that you want it to be. And either create a challenge or create a goals program, and I'll be able to send you guys the BLP goals program at the end of this to support you create goals. And create a goal to do that. If you're going to commit to sending out daily emails after James's presentation, you guys need to focus on the 80% of the iceberg that no one else sees and no one focuses on. So again, we spend 80% of our time working on 20% of what people can see. But success is made up of perseverance, grit, resilience, ambition, courage, daring to dream a little bit bigger than you did yesterday. That is what will make you succeed. March, like I said, was a pretty tough month for me, and I could have easily packed it in. I'm a fairly hireable person. I would have gotten something. But I just kept on asking myself, Sarah, what conversation do you want to have with your grandkids when they're 90? When they're looking at you, Sarah, and they're telling you that they want to be an astronaut, do you want to turn around and go, yes, do it, be it, fight for it? I can say that to you because I did the exact same thing. Being a life coach is a little bit different to being an astronaut, but the concept was the same. I leaped. And for a lot of you guys, that's what you all need to do. You all need to take that leap. The reason that you guys are here right now is because you're not 100% satisfied with where your business is Is that fair to say? And it's completely okay to say, because we're always going to develop and grow. But if you guys have been taking baby steps now, and if you've been taking baby steps for long enough, maybe it's time to leap. Fuck it, just do it. The day that I handed in my notice, I made my boss cry. I think I shat my pants. It was single-handedly the most, single-handedly, is that a word? Single-handedly? Anyway, we'll go with it. It was single-handedly the most terrifying experience of my life. But I walked away from that office. It was actually only just a few minutes away from here. And I just turned around and I looked at the old building and I said, not one part of me regrets that moment. I know I made the right decision. And I will live 100 marches if it means that I get to stand in front of people and feel like I'm living my purpose. And the only reason I was able to have that feeling was because I took that leap. So you guys, how many of you guys have big dreams and a big vision for where you want to be in 10, 15, 20 years' time? Like, I'm talking world domination shit. Big dreams. How many of you guys feel, and there's actually probably a few of them in the room who are going to say, yes, I've done this, but how many of you guys feel like you have taken serious strides towards that in the last, let's say, 4 to 6 months? Serious strides. Well, fair frickin' play. And what did you guys do to mark that occasion? What did you guys do to celebrate? Did you guys do anything? Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm. You joined a gym? Yeah. Yeah. Showing yourself some love. So when I handed in my notice last June, again, life-altering. And it really was. I spent almost 10 years prepping myself for where it was that I wanted to be. I had blinkers on, tunnel vision, this was it, and all of a sudden I made it to where it was I wanted to be, and I realized it wasn't where I wanted to be anymore. And I handed in my notice, and I hauled my ass to River Island, and I bought myself a pair of jeans. A pair of frickin' jeans. Jeans that my 5-year-old cousin later turned around to me and goes, Sarah, did you buy those jeans? There's holes in them. But they were ripped jeans, and it was all the craze. And it just got me thinking. And about a week later, I spoke to one of my friends, and she had this beautiful ring on her finger. And I asked her about the ring, and we started chatting, and I told her about what I did to mark this incredible occasion in my life. And I got very, very ashamed of myself. Personal development is extremely important to me. I will work as hard developing personally or mentally as I will physically. My squat is as important to me as developing grit, because it is grit that will get me to places. My squat, yeah, it's important. It would be nice. I'd love to be able to do double body weight one day. But grit, that's world domination shit right there. That's what I'm interested in. And I looked at those jeans, and I was so incredibly disappointed. When I would do something wrong, I will beat myself up. Do you guys do that? I do something not 100%, I beat myself up. I give out, I moan, I bitch, I complain. I am my worst critic. But I couldn't celebrate this one thing. So I decided to go out to the shops, the same place that my friend got her ring, and I bought myself a bracelet that says, you can if you believe. And every day I wear that as a reminder, I can if I believe. Because the one thing that was holding me back was that I just wasn't going to ever be able to make it. I'm shit at math. No one knows what a life coach is. Self-employed? Are you kidding me? I'm so used to someone telling me my hours. How am I ever going to figure out what it is that I'm supposed to do? Lead generation? What? What's a lead? I didn't believe in myself. Every single day, I would look at myself in the mirror and I would go, no, worthless, will never make it. Don't even bother trying. Every single day, I was affirming negative affirmations about myself to the point where I started to believe them to be true. And every time I affirmed something negative about myself, I never challenged it. So we beat ourselves up every single day because we're not what we think perfect is. But yet when we do something amazing like set up a gym, we don't celebrate. Have you had an opening for your gym yet?
I'm actually not supposed to be open, just getting training existing.
Okay. Well, the first thing that you need to do when everything is more official is have an opening. You get a big-ass blue ribbon, a big-ass scissors, and you celebrate the shit out of that moment right there. Because that moment will stand with you forever. Because it's more than opening a gym. It's celebrating the journey and what it took to get there. Does that deserve to be acknowledged? Yeah. But we don't do that. We need to start doing that. If we want to take our goals and our success and our vision seriously, we need to put the same amount of time and energy into celebrating us as we do giving out about us. So what is it that we can do to help us overcome these, I guess, self-limiting beliefs? How many of you guys on a daily basis would sort of affirm something along the following? I'm never going to be successful. It's too hard. I'm worthless. I'm never going to make it. What's the point? Okay. It's time to flip that around. It's time to create empowering beliefs. It's time to look in the mirror and go, I can make it. I deserve to be here. Success is in my grasp, and I'm prepared to do what it takes in order to get me there. If you guys are serious about success, you need to take this stuff seriously. Do you guys know who Anthony Robbins is? Your life coach? He's a little bit more successful than me, but only a smidge, only a smidge. He has this, he talks a lot, and I suggest that you all Google him, or Facebook him, or YouTube him, or whatever. Him and Gary Vee, God, heroes. I could spend all day just listening to the two of them. But Anthony Robbins will, in order to get into the state of mind that he wants to be in order to deliver his 72-hour life coaching sessions, he will do some crazy-ass shit. And he is all about movement and visualizing and getting into that state of mind like that. Because when you have 2,000 eyes looking at you, going, fix my problems, you will do whatever it takes to get into that state of mind. And if that means that you do the haka by yourself behind the stage, that's what he does. And sometimes we're too afraid to do what it takes because we're afraid of what people might think of us. We're nervous, embarrassed, or shy. No, you need to ask yourself, 90 years of age, what do I want to be telling my grandkids about the life that I lived? What is important to you? If it's important to you, you do whatever the hell it takes to get you there. Whatever the hell it takes. So you create an empowering belief. You write that shit down on a Post-it. You put it in 5 places at home. Bathroom mirror, bedroom mirror, kitchen, fridge, kettle, the Barry's tea box in the cupboard. If you are serious about success, you have to do something that you guys haven't done. Okay, you guys need to understand your why. Why is it so important to you that you guys became personal trainers? What impact did you want to have? What? Pardon? You wanted to help people. Help people with what, though? Every day there's people helping each other, but how are you going to help people? Yeah. Sarah?
Yeah, more or less. It's all about fitness.
Okay.
It's becoming more and more popular. So
Okay.
you want to gain as much information as possible.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So your why, you're very passionate about that. You're very passionate about helping people.
Yeah.
Okay. The mental change. Yeah. 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 Yeah, it is one of the most incredible feelings. So you know that saying, you give the client or James might be able to help me out here. You give the client what they think that they want, but you give them what they need.
Sell them what they want, but give them what they need.
Okay, sell them what they want, give them what they need. How many of you guys have worked with clients who may or may not have shed a lot of weight, but have felt happier, healthier, and more confident about their bodies than ever? How many of you guys have felt that way about working with a client? I want you guys to recall that client. Recall that conversation. What was that? I worked with a client before over a 4-week program. She came into me and she couldn't even compliment herself. The best I could get out of her was, I have nice eyelashes. I am so sick and tired of clients telling me they have nice eyelashes. Because anyone can say that. It's easy. 4 weeks later, Sarah, I've got a great body. And I sat there and I just went, oh, that was such a nice moment to witness. Have you guys felt that before? Okay, have you? Because if you guys haven't, you need to do a lot of soul searching. Because we're in this industry to help people. And I want you guys to have that anchor. What is your why? And every day you struggle, every day you experience a setback or a challenge, I want you to recall that conversation. The look on your client's face when she wore that black dress for the first time. She put on the heels. She didn't try to cover up. She went out there feeling like she was the shit. I want a part to play in that journey. And if it means that I have to experience a bad day in order to get there, I will experience that bad day. Are you guys prepared to experience that bad day? Are you? Ask yourselves, are you prepared to experience a bad day in order to see your client walk out in that black dress and heels for the first time with her head held high? And someone will look at her and go, you look beautiful. And she will go, thank you. I feel beautiful as well. That is an incredible moment right there. And you guys all right now have the ability to be a part of that journey. That is your why. The reason that you will go through shitstorms after shitstorms is to experience that one beautiful moment. Never, ever forget that why. Recall that conversation. And use that to empower you and inspire you and to move you forward. Because that will make it all worth it. Okay. How many of you guys are we okay for time? Okay, I'll only be about 5 or 10 more minutes. How many of you guys are familiar with the concept of self-care? Yeah, Eamon? Who else? James. It's only taken 3 years. About as long as we've been going out.
It's different to personal hygiene.
Yeah. Okay, so self-care is the ability to act with kindness towards ourselves. So I want you guys to imagine your best friend, your daughter, husband, girlfriend, or boyfriend, and they've had a really, really bad day. Are you going to turn around to them and go, you're such a stupid asshole? What are you doing making that sort of mistake? Seriously, I expected so much more of you. Are you going to say that to your best friend, partner, boyfriend, husband, lover, whatever? Are you? Will you? No. But do you say it to yourselves? Every single day. You stupid asshole. Why couldn't you just get that one thing right? I used to talk to myself like that all of the time. Did it get me anywhere? No. The reason I'm here today is because I practice self-care, because I talk to myself with love and kindness. A really easy way to describe it is that part of me that when I go for just 1 spoon of peanut butter, James has to, bullshit, because it's never just a spoon of peanut butter. It's never just 1 cookie. It's never just 1 bowl of Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's. For me, it is the whole lot. And I used to look at myself and go, you fat little thing, who do you think you are? And I would feel guilt, and I would punish myself. But I now look at myself and I go, it is okay, Sarah. So what? Make a better choice the next time. Life will still go on. I do not beat myself up. That bad month I had in March, I learned more from that bad month than I have in the last 6 successful months. Love and kindness, okay? Take time off for you. Does anyone here ever just turn their phone off for a few hours a day, or even for the whole day?
I tried it
Half an hour? How'd it go?
Not great.
Not great. It is so incredible. Sometimes I just look forward to my battery turning off because it does the hard work for me. How many of you guys have taken a day off recently? Tomorrow? Okay. You're doing it tonight? Okay. How many times do you take nights off in the last 6 months? Is it regular enough?
6 days a week,
Okay.
over 50 hours a week.
Oh. Okay. And how?
Just say on that as well, you're here for your business, so it's not actually a night off.
Okay.
It might feel different, but it's in your business,
Yeah.
so it's not actually a night off.
But the
It's just self-care as well, it's not like,
Yeah, but the challenge is if something is easy for you, if something doesn't take much work anymore, if you could turn your phone off for half an hour and it wasn't that hard, challenge yourself and do it for an hour. Schedule in self-care, and self-care is more than just a 6-pack of beer, a takeout pizza, or Chinese. Self-care is love and kindness to yourself. You guys need to be your own advocate. You guys need to be your own body image advocate, self-starter advocate, okay? The moment you catch yourself talking to yourself in a negative way, stop and ask yourself, well, how would I talk to my freaking daughter? How would I talk to my son, my best friend, my wife? Because you would never, ever talk to those guys in the way that you talk to yourselves. So being our own worst critic isn't working for us. Again, guys, success takes work. Success is more than what each and every one of us is doing right now. Success is taking care of yourself. So make sure that you guys take that seriously. Take yourselves seriously. We need to be able to create meaningful goals. Okay, so when it comes to the business, guys, some of you might have goals to hit 10K in a month. Some of you might have goals to increase your subscription list by 100. How many of you guys send out daily emails? Okay, I send out daily emails, probably one of the most successful things I could do for my business. Incredible. I would recommend it. It's very in line with what James is. Yeah, James.
You're constantly in front of people, so you've got top of mind awareness.
Yeah.
And you're developing know, like, and trust all the time. You should constantly talk about things that are relevant to that person, ways to help.
Yeah. There, it's just, yeah.
There are plenty of fitness professionals and life coaches that put up a coach. And I approach Jane and Sarah. James and I get Sarah's emails every morning, so I feel like
I feel like I know you too, Sarah.
You can ask Sarah without asking me.
No. If I haven't made it clear enough, the Better Life Project is myself and James. You see me most of the time, but James is there. The only reason that the Better Life Project exists is because James turned around to me one day about 2 years ago in June. 2 years ago in June, wow. And again, I was very good at coming up with excuses. I don't have the time, I don't have the courage, I don't have the confidence. I got some very, very bad news, and James just looked at me and said, Sarah, just imagine the Better Life Project Centre. And I just had no more excuses for him.
And what I did there was sell the future you, the outcome, not the process.
Yeah.
Because if I said, hey, you're going to have a shit month, 1 out of every 3.
Yeah. But it was the first time I actually let myself believe in my future. I actually got out of my own way for just 1 second, but it was enough. And I don't know about you, but when a future, when there's hope or a dream dangled in front of you, it's really hard to let go of that. And I am like a dog with a bone when it comes to goals and dreams and visions, like a dog with a bone. So when that was dangled in front of me, I just couldn't say no to it anymore. So back to the meaningful goals. So you want to, turn over 10K in a month. You want to increase your subscription list by 100. You want to develop a new program, increase your client basis by 20 clients. You want to set up a boot camp. Do you guys have goals like that? Yeah. Hands up who has a goal for the next 6 weeks that they're currently working on. Oh my God, not enough people here have goals. I feel like I'm in a playground. Goals are my thing. I'll send you my goals program. Okay, so if you don't have current extrinsic goals, so business-related goals at the moment, you need to set them. You need to set them over a short, medium, and long term, and you need to break those down, and you need to start now. How many of you guys feel a little bit more different right now than before you guys walked in? How many of you guys feel a little bit more motivated? Okay, now is the time to act on that shit. Okay, now. So talk to myself and James, talk to our colleagues here in the room. Again, so many different walks of life in this room right here. There's so much for us to learn. So back to the business goals. You guys need to create some business goals, but if you're serious about success, you need to create goals around your personal development and intrinsic goal. What is the one thing, emotionally, intelligently, or socially, holding you back from having a life that you love? A life that you don't need to take a holiday from. BLP tagline, right there. Hashtag. Hashtag. How many of you guys have those sort of goals? Or how many of you guys know what is getting in the way of you having that life? Yeah?
I'm just saying I know.
Okay. Lack of confidence, low self-esteem, a lack of clarity, not knowing where to start. I think you've started already, Philip. I just think you're not giving yourself any credit for that. Have you celebrated any of your success since you started off as a PT? It's time to celebrate that shit, because that is your starting point. Are you guys familiar with the term pushing the goalposts back? I call bullshit on that, because we don't push the goalposts back. We create new goals without celebrating the ones that we've already accomplished. That is what pushing the goalposts back mean. Hey, I've achieved this incredible, wonderful thing, but it's not good enough, so I'm going to push the frickin' goalposts back and not acknowledge how far I've come. No, guys, don't do that to yourselves. Acknowledge that shit. Celebrate it. And then create a new goal. Okay? Create an intrinsic goal as well. Guys, if confidence is holding you back, if low self-esteem is holding you back, if a lack of clarity is holding you back, my email address is hello@thebetterlifeproject.ie or sarah@thebetterlifeproject.ie. I have tools, tricks, and hacks that can help you. I'll be able to share my social media, fancy-dancy website stuff, but there is stuff there that can help you. So you need to create meaningful goals. These goals need to be important to you. And the business that you guys have for or the vision that you guys have for your business, you need to get help. And this is one of the reasons why I am so in awe of what Sarah has done today, is because she has shown you guys that you're not the only one. We are not the only one trying to achieve these incredible things from our life. So we need to take networks like this really, really seriously, because we will not achieve, and I promise you, we will not achieve great things by ourselves. So we just need to ask for the help. That was my last one. No more strategies for you guys. Understand your why. Create empowering beliefs. Create intrinsic and extrinsic goals that are meaningful to you. Get help. Did I say that one already? And self-care. Look after yourselves. Do you guys, I think we'll just, okay, I'll just end that there. Guys, it was really great being able to sit here and talk to you guys. I am in month 7 of my own business, and every day I learn something crazy, valuable, and important, and exciting, and new, and I usually share it with my daily emails on the Facebook page, the Better Life Project Facebook page, if you just go onto the website, thebetterlifeproject.ie. This stuff is hugely important, guys, and it's time that we think about that iceberg a little bit differently. It's time that we spend as much time developing and working on that 80%. The fact that you guys are in this room means you are prepared to do what it takes. But do you understand what it takes to get there? Being a part of a group and a network like this will show you every single day what it is that you need to do. You all have it in you. There are 15 incredible self-starters in this room, 17, 18, 19, 20 if you include myself, Sarah, and James. Between the 20 of us, we all have what it takes, and we can share that knowledge. But we need to take this stuff seriously. Don't keep doing what you've been doing now if you haven't gotten to where you want to go. It's time to do something different. Are you guys motivated right now? Yeah. Really? You don't sound very motivated. Are you guys motivated right now? Yeah. Woo! And it's time to do something now. While the belly fire is there, while the momentum is there, act. Take that one thing that has been terrifying the bejesus out of you and don't go to sleep until you get it done. That's the biggest thing that Gary Vee has taught me. Hustle. Hustle like your life depended on it. Because one day when you guys are sitting on the beach in Bahamas and your business is being run by itself, it will be worth it. And you will have taken thousands of clients through your gym and helped each and every single one of them achieve the confidence and happiness that they only ever dreamed of. So act on it now and do not go to sleep until you get it done. That was it. A massive thank you again to Sarah for everything.